Yes. Good afternoon, my people. Good evening and good night. Oh shit, I didn't even say good morning. So good morning, my peoples. Them. I hope you lot are all doing fine. Well, whether you're watching this live or tomorrow, the next week, it doesn't matter. But make sure you're hitting them likes. Make sure you're subscribing and all that fucking juicy stuff. This is what I'm saying. Like, today, we're talking about football and everything to do with football and all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Uh it's been a mad week. It's been a mad weekend, I should say, just because I haven't actually been about much. Because sometimes you got to take some time with the wife and all of that. This is what I'm saying. And yeah, we just relaxed, sparred it out, had a retreat. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see my forehead's glowing, you get what I'm saying? It's shining bright like a diamond and all that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't really do massages and all of that. But just to be in and around that kind of thing, that kind of peace. You get me? Because one thing that you can't pay for, to be honest, is peace. Yeah, peace of mind. Yeah, and that's all it is, man. But yeah, you see, today, I've got a guest. As you can see in the thumbnail, which I don't really do, but this brother right here, he made whiteboards. Yeah, let's just say the Craven Del Connoisseur made whiteboards popular. This is what I'm saying, people. For me, he's one of the best out there simply because he acts. It's not that he knows his stuff. He's a good entertainer. He's a good host and a good marksman. This is what I'm saying, and a very good wordsmith. Yeah, what I'm saying. When he goes ultra instinct, I've seen some of the best so-called streamers in the game crumble. You know what I'm saying? Like Apple. Yeah, me fam. He's a funny dude, right? I do insult him a lot, let's just say, but that's just an interment, an endearment of what is that word I'm trying to look for? It's just me being friendly. This is what I'm saying. Because where we come from, yeah, if I'm too nice to you, that means I don't like you. If I call you a pussy, you're my brother for life. This is what I'm saying. And this is the biggest pussy around. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good brother, you get me? And he's the reason why I do this. You get me? He's actually the reason why I do this. So big up Flawless each and every blood clot time, man. What are you saying, my G? Well, I guess he'll be here in a second. Yeah, but
Yes,
before
family.
that,
Love for the intro. Give me 2 minutes, yeah? Love for that
no
intro, though.
worries,
Literally, give
no
me
worries,
literally
no
two
worries,
minutes
my
and
G.
I'll be on, yeah?
Yeah.
Blessings, I'll be on. 1 second.
Yeah, as you heard, man, he'll be on in a second, people. But let's just do some housekeeping right now. This is what I'm saying because you see, when you come to my home, yeah, it's your home. Yeah. So Donversation TV, it's your home as well. Some people call it the home of frauds. You get me? But I don't understand that because Donversation TV is about saying what's on your mind as long as you don't go there's far and then there's no return. You hear what I'm saying? And the ones that never came back on this show is because they went to the no-return zone. And that's the build and end all of that. So, but big up side. He says, big up Donchenko Charles. Hope you're all good. You know what I'm saying? Big up CEO Crooks. Do you know what? Yeah, you see this name right here. You see this name right here. Yeah, Donchenko Charles. This is another reason, and I know Flawless is probably listening in the background and all of that, but it's his fault that these bums. Let's just say bums. I'm trying to be respectful. Still lunchtime. You get me? Yeah. I'm trying to be respectful. Nah, fuck the respect. Look here, it's because of this prick right here. Yeah, that's why they call me Don Jenko Charles. Because one day he introduced me as Donald Charles. Yeah, and he kept on running with that, and I don't think he actually understood or knew Wagwan. Do you get what I'm saying? But since then, I've had Don Chenko, I've had Don Teta, I've had Fraud C, I've had what is it? It's someone even called me Rick Ross, blood. They even made an album cover of me. This is what I'm saying. Yo, my brother Masood, big up, man. Each and every time. What you saying, my G? Man's not even working today. This is what I'm saying. So, do you know what? Yeah, I'm having some fun. Yeah, Iron. Well, go on. You know, Iron sharps iron. Flawless on at midday. Didn't know that was possible. Do you know what? Yeah. You know what, right? My man probably had that good milk last night, put him to bed nicely. You get what I'm saying? And he's up when it's light. This is what I'm saying. Like some people call him the Cravendale vampire. They hit me because you know the Cravendale vampire only shows up at night time. You see it, family, yeah. But it is where it is, man. That before Flawless comes back, you get what I'm saying. Let's go through some scores and stuff like that. Just to keep y'all lot entertained. Yo, Big up Don Z and Flawless. You see, Don Z, like, do you know what it is? I don't understand what's going on with all these names. You know what I'm saying? Like they call me Don C. It's just an abbreviation, a short abbreviation of my full name, and I'm just getting insulted after insult. It's not like I did these pussies or anything. But do you know what? Yeah, we moved. You hit me? I was saying, like, it's funny because like this weekend was crazy with scores, right? And I'll just get into it just quickly. This is what I'm saying. We're gonna come back to it. We're gonna revisit afterwards, but let's just give you lot a little bit of certain things that went down this weekend. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. There we go. So like we get to the Manchester United because we got the person coming on supporting Man United, like, and I fucking hate him at this right now. You know what I'm saying? He knows that, and I'll say it to his face again and again and again. So we got Brentford Crystal Palace. This is what to be honest, Crystal Palace, it was a good game for Crystal Palace, but 2-2, like, all's fair. Crystal Palace ain't got nothing to play for in the Premier League because you know that they've got Conference League coming up. So I'm guessing that, you know what, yeah, they just don't want to get anyone injured, and whatever players they've got will go into the World Cup. That's what they're really focusing on. You get what I'm saying? So 2-2, and oh yeah, we got Crystal Palace next week, Sunday. Palace, roll over. Be lucky dog. Roll over. Just lay down on your belly, pause. Yeah, and I'm not even gonna finish that because that's just mad. Like, I was gonna say something, but that's just mad. Everton, Sunderland. See, this was a massive win for Sunderland, and this was very unexpected because, you know, Sunderland on the road, they're not that great, and you know Everton are going for Europa. So I was in those two minds of, you know, Everton's gonna win, but Sunderland, do you know what? Big up to them each and every. You see, the Wolves, Fulham, that's a battle of the shit off. Like, Wolves are really relegated, and it's only because of their turn of form at the beginning of the season, I mean, the beginning of this year, and the fact that they beat Liverpool. Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? That they've been picking up.
Big up on the slot every time.
I'll just run through the scores very quickly, brother.
Yeah, do your thing, fam. Do your thing.
So like the Wolves and Fulham wasn't a big shock to me. Brighton, Leeds, like, they got nothing to play for, so it's just more of just being here and about. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle, West Ham. Do you know what? Yeah, it's a shame to see the Hammers go, right? But the way they've been behaving lately, and the fact that when Declan Rice left them, do you know what? Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, get them relegated. This is what I'm saying. But the score that I actually missed out on, that we didn't see, was the Friday night score. Normally I do my Friday night madness, but because I was with the wife, I couldn't do that shit. But the Friday night score, 4-2 to Aston Villa. Do you know what, yeah? You see, you look on your gauntlet, right? You fucking can stick that up your fucking ass, mate. Because you lot said you was going to win everything. You're going to win 4 trophies this season. But do you know what? Yeah, you lot are shit. And the only thing that you got past you that was 4 was from Aston Villa, mate. So fuck all you. This is what I'm saying. And then we move on. There we move on. What are you saying, Flawless, my G? You good?
I'm blessed, man. Love for the intro again. I appreciate it first and foremost. Secondly, as well, big up for having me. Obviously, this is the first time I've been on your channel, so yeah, man, blessed for having me. It's been a long time on its way, also, man. So yeah, salute to you every time, fam.
No, man, of course, man. I had to have you on my channel, blood. This is what I'm saying. Like, you're the one that actually got me into this shit. This is what I'm saying, and kept me going and gave me so much information, so much advice for people. When they say other bigger YouTubers don't help you, trust me, they do. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't show you the simple things in life, you know what? Yeah, to be honest, stay away from them, because you know that they're all about themselves and they're all selfish. And I know when it comes to Cravendale, Flawless is as selfish as it is. This is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
but
you already know.
When it comes to just helping a brother out, this is what I'm saying, get them started and getting them like the keys. This is what I'm saying. He hands you the keys, yeah, and he's like, go find your yard. You know what I'm saying? I found Donversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's my yard right here. You get me? But enough about me. They hear about me all the time, blood. This is what I'm saying. I think they're bored about hearing about me. This is what I'm saying. They're bored about hearing about me, bored about my smile, and all they do is call me names. Thanks you, Flawless, pussy-o. But
you blaming me. You blaming me because they call you names, yo. What, like that? That's on you. That's between you and your community and your chat. No.
You see, my community heard you call me Donald Charles, yeah. and now, yeah.
I love all that stuff. That's great,
mate.
That's great.
They refixed it to Donchenko, Charles.
Yeah,
A
man.
fucking
That's
name
my
that I
music.
hate and a person that I hate. Come on, man. Like, bro, they're trying to put me
Donchenko
up out here.
Charles. I love it, yo. I love it. Now that's between you lot. You call me all types of names, so that's what that is. Big up everyone in the chat, though. I see you lot, man. Shouts to the chat. Run up the likes as well, man. Make sure you subscribed. All that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Even Masood said, yeah, Flawless is a shameless geezer,
Big up
but this is what I'm
Masood,
saying.
man.
Yeah,
Big up
bro. Like,
Masood.
it's just pure hate out here, man. But make sure you're slapping them likes. King, big up Prime Kick, big up, you know what I'm saying? As Prime says, smash them likes. Big up CCTV. You got to mind what you say. You got to mind what you say. Sorry, bro. So, Flawless, first and foremost, thank you for coming to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for waking you up so early. You get what I'm saying? Because I know the Cravendale vampire only comes out at night time. You see what I'm saying?
But I got you, you're my guy. So like when you shouted at me, I was like, all right, let's get the show midday. I was like, yeah, I'm there. I was like, you already know I got you, man. Anytime you need me on and I'm available, man's it. So I ain't even no problem. Morning, noon, or night, man. Ain't no way. You already know.
No, I respect for that, man. Respect for that still. You see, like, okay, let's get into this, bro. Like, you're a Man United supporter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, people. He's a Man United supporter and a Tottenham lover, yeah? Two of my most hated club, bro. Do you know what, yeah? Do you know how frustrated this blood clot is, blood?
But you know what is mad that you say that you blame me for the name on the Donald Charles. I say this all the time. The Spurs thing, that's Troops. That's where that stems from. I say this all the time. He's the originator of that. The reason why people say Flawless loves Spurs and Spurs is his second team and Spurs is his side thing is literally because of Troops. Because remember when it was like 3 years ago now, whenever Ange Postecoglou took over Spurs, I remember they had a fantastic start. And I believe they won. I think he went on a record run for like a manager at the start in the Premier League. Did he win 8 out of 10 or his first 9 or something crazy like that? So I'm back again. That's around the time I was permanently I'm back again. Big up to Troops as well every single time. Of course, Lewis and Months also. And I was saying, hey, you know what? Spurs are playing well. Big up to Spurs because they was going on a run and winning. And then every week it was, yo, you love Spurs. Troops is saying this. You love Spurs. Go back and check the dates, people. And I'm like, yo, I don't love Spurs. I don't love Spurs. And he's like, yeah, 9 wins in 10. Thank you, Si. He's like, you're a Spurs lover. Spurs is your side. You always got time. Because bear in mind, you got to remember that he hates Spurs at that. He hates Spurs. And Lewis is on there who also hates Spurs. So he's like, yo, you love Spurs. So then after 5-6 weeks of this happening and 2 months, I'm like, all right. Embrace it. We all watch wrestling in the past. You know what I'm saying? If they just continue to boo a wrestler and call him shit, what did the wrestler do? Become a heel and be a bad guy. So I'm like, all right, since you don't want to label me a Spurs guy, guess what? I'm going to run with it. And then that's what happened. I ended up running with it. I just going further with it. And then they happened to actually be successful. That was crazy. They happened to go and win a trophy, which was, So that's where that stems from. And now it looks like they're going to survive. Big up West Ham as well.
Oh, fuck West Ham, bro. They have one job to do. That's what I'm saying. I hope they get relegated now, and you also lose your house. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, just remember your rented house that you live in. Yeah, you have all this big talk. You get me? Oh yeah, we won the Conference League. Yeah, go stick your Conference League up your blood clot. This is what I'm saying. Like you had one job. You couldn't even do that, so you deserve to go down. Pause and all the rest of it. Yeah, but forget all the other semantics, bro. Talk to me about Man United because you know what, it's funny. I remember when you first got Amrin, and I remember it was October, and I remember the smile, and I remember we had a show because you cancelled it and you done the whole Man United thing.
Yeah, man. The show.
Yeah, because you got rid of Ten Hag, and then you got Amrin, and then the moment that Amrin left, because you was in misery, bro, and I loved it. Is what I'm saying, that your facial. And the moment you got fucking rid of Amrin, I said, I am going to hate you now. I hate your face. And then you done an iconic thing and you brought out the whiteboard.
Yeah, it was the whiteboard. Yeah. The whiteboard with the pointers. Yes.
Why did he bring that up? Like, you got to talk to you. Why did you bring that out? What's with the happiness?
You know what? I got a big up to my head because I have people who obviously help me out with the chat. Obviously yourself and many others in regards to like Sarcasm City TV is not just a one-man thing. Yes. I'm the one who runs it. I'm the one who's there every day. But I got yourself, for instance. You helped me out massively, like in regards to the Arsenal show. That's something that's a main part. You join Q&As. I always say this, like, I always try and like and run Sarcasm City for Marvel heads. Like, there's the MCU. You get what I'm saying? Like, type of thing. And there's just different characters and different universes. And like I said, with you and TJ on that show, that's one of my favorite shows to do, despite Arsenal being successful and you lot being so happy, people like it. And then when you lot do crossovers, it's great as well. And when you're on Q&As. So Sarcasm City TV is just not a one-man thing. And shout out to my head of creative. It was her idea. But she comes up, I have people who help me out with the channel. And she came up with the idea in regards to the whiteboard and the pointer and everything like that. And then I ended up getting it. And I was like, you know what? Let me run it. Because I was running match reactions anyway, but I was just running them regular, just filming them, recording them. And like I tried, a lot of people have preconceived ideas of what you think they're gonna say. Because I've noticed that, like, I'll say something. This is before the whiteboard. I'll say something, but in a match reaction, and so I'll say such and such was great today, and then someone in the comments will go, "Why didn't I mention such and such?" I'm like, yo, that's the first thing I said. Like, so you already have preconceived ideas. So I was like, the whiteboard. It also further helps me get my point across. But still, people will still. I literally point to it on the board. And someone will go, why don't you mention such and such? I literally write player, insert player name here was man of the match. But yeah, I like the whiteboard and it's a nice touch, and it was received much better than I expected it to be. I didn't expect to get the response. And yeah, see, Eli's talking about the Spurs thing. I'm back again. He was there. He knows.
Yeah.
Anyone who was watching that show back then, you can go back and check it. Just line up the dates. That's all it is. But yeah, people like the whiteboard and it just continued. Like you used it in the thumbnail. I remember one time you had it as a background. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was an Amarim got sacked, and you had it as a background on here. So yeah, that's what it is. And big up to Sam as well, man. This guy
big up to Sam.
75K subscribers calling me a celebrity. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? This guy crazy. But go on.
Yeah, but we all know you're a celebrity in there, bro. You you work with all the big hitters, blood. This is what I'm saying.
I try. I'm blessed, man. I can't lie. In regards to the space, I'm blessed.
You're nice, man. You're nice. You're doing your thing. But no, man, it's to know the funny thing is because it was a moment of genius, to be honest, when you done a whiteboard thing, because it's something that, did you know what? Yeah, because in this space, it's all about finding your own feet. And well, for me anyway, because it's like I'm still quite new into this. So it's more finding what you're doing and not just sticking with it, always elevate it. This is what I'm saying. Otherwise, you're going to kind of be left behind. It's like a dinosaur thing. You get me? And I'm tired of my kids calling me a dinosaur. You hear what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So for me, the whiteboard was amazing because it's also nostalgia from childhood. You get me?
Yeah.
Because whenever you saw something cool, you have to write lines or something. It's always on a whiteboard or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your point across, it's always on a whiteboard. If you're going to do working out, it's always on a whiteboard. So that's the way my mind thought about it. So when I first saw it, I was like, this pussy, I'll change the game like that. Yeah. And then, was it 3 weeks? 3 weeks of doing that whiteboard.
Yeah.
You lost Amarin. Amarin got sacked. So I blame you.
Amarin got sacked. Amarin got sacked. It was beautiful. Because again, it just adds to it helps me in regards to the match reaction, because I already have ideas of what I'm going to talk about, but being able to write it down, and then it just gives me bullet points as well. And it's from a visual perspective, because that's what is in this space. People like the visuals, and that's just me being me. Like you said there about moving, like knowing what works for you and like being different and evolving and elevating. And that's always the idea. That's why I shout out to my guy Ace, even when I've done match reactions and I've been outside. Like they got received so well, and that even worked even without the whiteboard. Like for instance, when I went to the train station because we beat you lot 3-2, people loved that. Or when we beat City and I was outside with Saeed and things of that nature. So yeah, man, just having fun. That's what it is. And not everything's gonna work, but it's just having fun and coming up with ideas and having like-minded people. Because shout out to Ace, he's got great ideas. You feel me? Like when we did the Manchester Derby one, and then the happy to help, the here to help was above us. That was just like, because Ace was like, stand there, and I looked up and seen it, and then that just became a thing. That's what it was.
No, man. That's it. You see, that's good. But the thing is, even that's good just for you to have your train of thought to move forward. It's like, for you, that don't really seem like much, but for others, they see, they're thinking, fucking hell, because it's like, it's not just about using a whiteboard. It's not just about going to the train stations and stuff like that. Even like you link it up with Sheik. You know what I'm saying? It's more of the idea and what's said on it. Because I've realized that there's one point there that you always use that is Amen out. So you always stick it to that guy. So that's like taking a short dig at those that went against you and constantly went against you and said you're toxic, negative. You know how they roll when you say something that they don't want to hear. That's like for them. And then you always point the finger at that. But no, you point the finger at that last and oh yeah, I'm out. So you're always still on the same kind of train of thought. thinking that I'm never gonna forget you motherfuckers that gave me a hard time when I said that I'm an out, even though they will never come on your call in. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, very, 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 very rare. And more so, it's like with the Amrim out thing, if you're standing beside him and backing him, and I'm just shooting bullets that way, if you happen to get hit, that's on you. If you get them verbal bullets, it's more about him. You mentioned it there. That man had me depressed. That's where my vim comes from. Like, I don't forget. Like, I'm like that in life. Like, I'm very unforgiving if you do me something in malice. And I believe what he was doing on purpose. Yes, managers fail. Like Ten Hag failed, and you can be annoying, etc. But he was failing and then talking about it and then just refusing to take accountability for it. That's what annoyed me so much. And talking about, sometimes I want to be here for 20 years. Sometimes I don't want to be here. I don't want to walk away. If it gets to a bad point, I'll leave. Like, no, it's not. Like, again, he literally had me depressed. He did everything wrong. It's like he was an Arsenal fan. He was managing the club like he was an Arsenal fan or a Liverpool fan or a Leeds fan or a City fan. Like, for instance, like beefing the youngsters who are out on loan and stuff like that. Like, why you have issues with the youngsters? They had nothing to do with this whatsoever. Talking about, we must suffer and all this. Nah, had me in hell. Like, not wanting to do I didn't want to do watch-alongs. I didn't want to do watch-alongs, and I didn't want to talk about Manchester United at all. Like, that's what go back and you can see it on the channel. Go back and check them watch-alongs. And look how myself and Sheik and everyone else who's on, how depressed we are talking about that. Hated it. We did the United Arsenal show weekly. Hated the United segments. And that's where I'm at. So that's why I'll never forget. Like, people can just overlook that and go, all right, no, never ever. And then had the cheek to not even address the fans after he got sacked. He still ain't said nothing. Like, he didn't thank the fans. Every manager who's left to thank the fans, he still ain't thanked the fans. He still ain't made a statement. And the only statement he made was, I'm going to do an interview. I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm going to do an interview at the end of the season, but I don't want to do it now because I don't want to disrupt the season. It's like, you were happy disrupting the season when you was the manager. Guy just winning one game, finishing 15th. Yeah, I don't forget these things. So when he does that interview, we will be there. I'm doing a reaction to it. We will be there.
Do you think he's still going to do the interview? Because, like, him going, but what's he going to say? Like, he failed. Like, he failed and he failed horribly.
Blame everyone else. But that's what I want to hear. I want to hear his reasoning for failing. Because never once in any interview, so any pre-match in a pre-match press conference, post-match press conference, he never ever said, it's my fault. I heard zero accountability from him all the time. Zero. I never heard him say, hey, you know what? It was my fault. I was wrong. I need to do better. There was none of this. You're the manager, steer the ship. It was always everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
Always. And I can't stand that as a man. Take some accountability. And he was always talking. That's also what annoyed me. Always doing interviews, man. This guy was just always like, like Tupac just be releasing new music all the time. That's what I felt like with him.
After the grave as well.
Like, shout out to Sai in my chat.
Yeah.
I thought at times he was trolling me with the Amarim comments. Him and shout out to Warrior J. I'd be going on the show and Warrior J would have paragraphs in the chat of Amarim quotes. And I'm like, please tell me you're just making these up. Because every day it seemed he was talking. I'm like, who's interviewing him so much? Or why are you talking so much? So that's where my issue lies. I will never ever forget. So if he does an interview, I love to hear the reasons why he failed. I want to hear it. That's where I'm at.
Do you know what? It's crazy because I don't understand. I just didn't understand him, to be honest. Like, as much as I like trolling you and all the other Man United, like, remember when I said it got boring after a while because it's like you can't win back-to-back games. Your strategies are poor, your formations are poor, the players you're picking are in the wrong position. I'm surprised he didn't play a goalkeeper as a striker at one point. I was waiting for that, mate. Because
that's it. He just did dumb shit all the time. Like Pops mentioned it yesterday. This guy had someone who's now matched the assist record for an entire season, and shout out to Bruno for that. Yeah. Playing in the pivot. He had someone who's got 20 assists playing in the six as a DM.
Yeah.
And had Mano on the bench. That's just two things right there that tell you all you need to know. I just criticizing people publicly. And what made it worse for him was his fans. His stands. I didn't get it. Manchester United fans who backed him blindly, and I was like, I don't understand if we were winning games. I don't understand if we was winning trophies. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, I totally understand that, man, because You know what? If it was like Tottenham, and I'm trying not to shoot shots today, you know what I'm saying? But if it was like a Tottenham or a West Ham or let's say a Brighton, you see, I put more teams into it so you don't get too emotional about Tottenham. I could understand that kind of manager being there and doing those kind of things and getting away with it, because no disrespect to none of those teams. Well, full disrespect to Tottenham each and every time. They don't really win much. Yeah. So a manager like that being there, doing there, is just keeping them relevant within the Premier League. This is Manchester United. Manchester United, yeah, not for me, it's there ain't no arguments. I hate saying this, but I'm honest with you. Man United are the biggest club in the Premier League era. Forgetting football history, in the Premier League era. This is what I'm saying, because when the Premier League started, you lot have won the most titles. So obviously, yeah, cool. You and Liverpool are tied in 20 titles each, but I'm not going to count titles when fucking dinosaurs were alive. This is what I'm saying. When Harriet Tubman was walking the streets, you get what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm not doing them things there. You get me? Like, for me personally, the poster boy of the Premier League is Man United.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
He did all of us dirty. You hear what I'm saying? Because the one club that should never be a laughing stock of football should have been Man United, just because of what you've done to get the league to be at this point. Because just remember, the only reason why people start using young players was because of Alex Ferguson. Yeah. That's the only reason.
He was one of the main, because to have high success with it. And that's another thing as well people forget about Amorim, because obviously most people consuming football content don't go to grounds. Ask a Saeed, ask a Double A or Ash or anyone who went. The place was miserable. You know what I'm saying? And that the place was like Old Trafford on match days. People was getting there done. Double A mentioned it yesterday on Saeed's channel. When he was there, people was getting there early. People was getting there a few minutes before, not a few minutes, like 15, 20 minutes before kickoff and then bouncing straight after. People ain't there an hour before, an hour and a half before. It was miserable. It was terrible. The results was awful. Football was awful. He was awful. It was defensive and it was just dreadful overall. And then you hear him chatting rubbish, talking about we must suffer. Like, what is going on? This is Manchester United Football Club. Why would you say that? Like, we must suffer, and then I would leave, and if I'm not good enough. We all know that you wanted the bread. You got your money and bounced and haven't said anything since. You ain't said anything since. Yeah, that's like Eli said, that's where the car park was born from.
Yeah, that's true.
That's literally where the car park. You mentioned me and Sheik, sorry. Like, that's where that's from in regards to the car park. And we just happened to be doing it in front of the shitters. And that's what it was. It was pissed. That's why even when Sheik came over to go to the game, I was like, I'll link you after, but I'm not going to the game. And he was like, yeah, it was terrible. It's terrible.
No, I heard that, man. Just give me 1 second. I say, look, right, I was trying to be very generous by saying what I said. If you want me to be politically correct, you lot have won 2. Sharp. You know what I'm saying? You go 2, yeah? Yeah, but big up Liverpool each and every time.
Big up Arnie Slot, man. Big up Arnie Slot.
Yeah, slot each and every time. So now, so that, like, you see that Amin calls you pain, misery, suffering. Oh, see, so it's like you being an Arsenal fan, innit? Like, I get it. That is what I'm saying. Like, because Arteta said something along those lines about we have to suffer and all. Yeah, it's like, but at least you're one he left. At least you're one he left. But on a brighter note, Carrick came in. Like, when Carrick first came in, what was your thoughts on Carrick?
I was like, all right, join, steady the ship, which I expected him to do, because I'd seen he had managed previously at Middlesbrough, and I'd seen what he'd done at Middlesbrough, went back and checked, and I was like, you know what, steady the ship. That's all it was. It was a salvaging the season job, and the fact that Manchester United were in the situation in January, halfway through a season, to salvage the season is ridiculous. But that's what we get for starting the season with Ruben Amorim, because it was you know this. I spoke about it. I said I'm writing off the season before it started. So when Carrick joined, it was literally steady the ship, get us to a cohesive, competitive unit again, go and compete in games, get us back into Europe. That's where I was at. But under no circumstances, give him the job. I said this before Carrick took charge of that City game and he was appointed as interim. I said, no matter what he does, don't give him the job. And then obviously we packed up City, we beat you lot, went on a run, etc. And he did all the things I wanted him to do, plus more. He reached all the goals to the point I was like, you know what, Fairs, give him the job. He deserves it on merit. It's a credit thing. Because this team, again, he's getting the most out of this team. He's getting the most out of this squad. I don't rate it highly. And he's won 11 out of 16 games. I can only give him credit and commend him for that.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
11
good.
out of 16 is an exceptional return. Especially, like I said, if you talk to most Manchester United fans, they'll tell you we need minimum 4 starters. Some might tell you 5. I've had people tell me 6 I've had people tell me 6, 7, 8 starters, which is practically a whole new team. So yeah, I gotta give him full credit for what he's done, and he deserves the opportunity to fail. He deserves the opportunity to succeed because he's hit all of the expectations set on him, plus more. Barely anybody thought we was going to finish third. When he joined, it was, hey, just get us back into Europe. Not Champions League, even though it was top 5, it was Europa League, and if you can get 5th, cool. That's where we was at. And we got Champions League comfortably. We got 3rd comfortably. I've been saying for weeks we finish in 3rd. I was like, yeah, we got this 3rds in the bag. We're going to finish. Oh, you still think you'll finish 3rd? Yes. And that's not a big thing to like big up. I'm just saying from a Carrick perspective is where I give him credit for that, because he hit the goals and exceeded more. Because if we would have finished 6th, everyone would have went, yeah, good job. If we would have won, say half, let's say we would have won 9 out of our 6. Let's say it was 9 out of 16 or 8 out of 16. People go, all right, you did a solid job. Now we go in and get a better manager, but he deserves the opportunity. And the current the manager market isn't the best either. And that also benefits Carrick, because people always say to me constantly, oh, we United need to go get a world-class manager with a world-class CV and a stellar reputation, etc., etc. And I say the same thing all the time. I fully understand. I am fully with you. I would love Manchester United to get a world-class manager with a world-class CV, a stellar reputation, all of those things. Where's that manager? Where is he? I keep saying this every time, and I never get an answer from people. Show me this manager with these credentials. Do I think Carrick's the guy to take us to go win a Premier League or Champions League? No, but I don't think anyone we've been linked with in the manager market is that either. Is there better managers than him? Yeah. Is there managers further along in their journey and more experienced than Michael Carrick? Also, yes. But I don't believe any of them are Premier League or Champions League level winning managers. Granted, I could be wrong. Same way I was wrong about Carrick. Because I would never expected us to be in this situation before that City game. We doing that show because like the early January before that City game, and someone would have said Carrick will win 11 out of 16 matches. He'll make you a competitive, cohesive unit, make you defensively solid. You're scoring all the games by 1, and you'll comfortably get Champions League and comfortably finish in 3rd. I would have said you crazy. It sounds like a crazy super chat someone's dropped. So I would have been like, no chance. Or someone called in and said something crazy. So yeah, I can only give Carrick his props for that.
No, man, you got to give him his props for that. And you see, what was it? Because I mean, I think if I can remember, I think he had a 28.1 or 33.1, one of those two numbers.
Oh yeah, I had it 33.3%. I remember writing that on the board. Yeah. That was the one you put up. Yeah, 33.3%. He had. Yeah. Win percentage.
And not realizing Carrick's got a 69% win rate.
Yeah,
69%. And Carrick is classed as a novice manager in so many people's eyes.
Which he is. In regards to it, he is. He ain't managed. He's not managed a full season of Premier League. He's not managed 38 Premier League games. It's probably with this run, and then he had the interim stint, maybe 20. He is a novice. But it goes to show you can do the basics. Like I say this all the time, defense, like people will talk about defense and talk about individuals. Yes, of course, if you have better individual defenders, it helps you defensively, but it's a structure. I don't rate our defense, but he's made us defensively solid. Granted, I don't rate our defenders from an individual standpoint. Not all of them, but like our back line was Delo, Shaw, Maguire, Martinez against Forest. I changed all 4. If it like legit, I wouldn't have any of those 4 starting next season. Yeah. But he's managed to get something out of them in regards to structure. And then the attack is the attack. I already knew that the attack was good enough to go and score goals and create, as we've seen against Forest. And like I said, I think we scored in every game bar 1. I think it was Sunderland. Yeah. Sunderland. Might have been another one.
Yeah, might have been Sunderland.
Yeah, Sunderland, I know we drew. Yeah, no. But there might have been another game we haven't scored. But that was a record where he'd scored in like 20 plus games or something like that. So yeah, I can only give him credit. Like people just want to write him off. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
No, man, I hear that, man. Like to be honest, when after you've been suffering for so many years, it's nice to actually sorry, my daughter's messaging me.
No, it's cool.
Yeah. After after you've suffered for so many years under the same manager, well, it's not really that many years, but then when you pull it all together, it's been like 4 years between Erik ten Hag and Amrin.
Fucking too long, man.
That's what I'm saying. So even though you've won, what was it? You won a trophy under Amrin, Erik ten Hag, didn't you?
Yeah, we won 2 because he won the Carabao Cup and he won the FA Cup. He won 2 in 2 years. But again, that's not good enough because it's not just about Manchester United winning trophies. Same way it's not just about us winning games and us playing and stuff like that. Give me 1 second, fam. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, people. Flawless will be back in a second. This is what I'm saying. So unfortunately, you got me. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, yo, people in the chat. Yeah, Sai, Eli, Chinley. Like actually, Chinley's actually been quite nice. You know what I'm saying? Says big up, Don C. Flawless in the chat. Weird seeing you, man, during the day. Normal these man's evening streams. You know what? Yeah, it's only Tuesday. I'm off work today. I went away with the wife yesterday and stuff like that in the weekend. So I thought let me take off Monday just to recoup before I go back into the madness in the office and stuff like that. And I asked Flawless if he wanted to jump on my channel. Tuesday is the first time I've actually invited him, to be honest. It shouldn't have taken so long, but it's just one of those things. Sometimes you just got to kind of figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because for me coming on this thing, me jumping on other people's platforms, that's not me figuring it out. Me jumping on here is figuring it out. So when I'm more assured and at home, this is what I'm saying. It's like if you get a new home, you got to have the furniture in and all the rest of it before you invite people over because they got to sit somewhere. They got to have knife and forks and all of that. Yeah, what I'm saying, like this is how I do things. I like to be settled, and then I invite the man. This is what I'm saying. And as it is, that's why Flawless is here. And
man, you already know. Yeah, you anytime. You know that's it. Sorry, man. Like I say, certain just got delivered to my house. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, we mentioned it about Ten Hag and the 2 trophies because it's not just about winning trophies here. Same way, it's not just about winning football matches and playing well. It's all of the above. This is Manchester United. I say all the time, United don't invest the money they invest to get one or the other because people seem to do that. Oh, it's performances or results. No, you can get both. You can perform well on a regular basis, but also win games on a regular basis and also compete and go and win trophies across the board. That's why United pay the big money. The reason managers are paid so well. There's a reason players are paid big wages and brought in for big wages, and the entire hierarchy, everyone from the owners to the DOF to the technical director to the head of recruitment and the scouts and all of these things, they're all paid very, very well. So therefore, I expect you to do a very, very good job. Because yes, what the players and managers and staff and the hierarchy at Manchester United have to do is very, very tough. But this is why you're paid so well. It's like you mentioned it there about how you've been a plumber and stuff like that in regards to if you pay someone very, very well to work on your house, you expect an exceptional job. You bring someone in to do your kitchen. There's a big difference if you're paying someone £1,000 to do your kitchen or £10,000. You're not going to expect the same job from the person who's doing 1,000. If you £10,000, I'm expecting a £10,000 worth of job.
Of course,
I'm paying you £500. I'm expecting a £500 job. There's a huge, and it's like that in football. This is why they're at the top of the tree in regards to the Manchester United players and like I said, the manager and staff, etc. So that's where I'm at with it. Big upside every time.
Yeah, man, blessed side each and every time. But no, man, you're right there. Like this is why I can see you getting frustrated, especially added to the fact because I keep on mentioning that United is the biggest club in this country. When you're the biggest club in this country, you're supposed to always be setting the standards. I can understand standards drop once or twice, yeah, maximum 2.5 years. That's when the standards should drop. But it's like the excuses are coming out thick and fast. And I understand the smaller players, and managers pool is very small. I get that. But this is Man United. You're supposed to be like, okay, cool. Let's drop everything. Let's sack this manager. Let's pick up who's the biggest manager right about now, the PSG one. Yeah?
Yeah, Enrique. Yeah,
Enrique. You're supposed to be able to be like, okay, cool. We're going to give you 15 million a year. You're coming. And it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, now, I don't know what it is. Is it your fans settling for less? Or they're just like, we're just happy to be a part of it now? And it's not the Man United that I understand.
Yeah, I think it's because your standard should always be there, yes. But I also think it's realizing where you're at. So, for instance, like as much as I would love Enrique to join Manchester United, we're not a better proposition than PSG. I can take away let me remove myself, and I have to do, and more people should do that. Remove yourself from being a Manchester United fan or an Arsenal fan or whatever when you're looking at certain situations. So let me remove myself from being a Manchester United fan and look at the situation. If you're Enrique, why would you leave PSG to go anywhere? Why? Unless he feels he's reached the mountaintop and he's done everything he wants to do at PSG, he might leave then. Maybe he wants to build a dynasty. He might be one of those managers that wants to stay somewhere for 10, 15, 20 plus years and dominate. Maybe he's good being there for 3-4 years and then he wants to move on to a new challenge. But currently, right now, why would you look at the team he has, where he's managing? They continue to add to the squad. He's already had success with them. Look at the age of the team. They can dominate. I've been saying this. They can build a dynasty. Why would you leave that? They could go back to back in the Champions League, which in the Champions League era, so forget European Cups, the Champions League era, we've only seen Real Madrid do that. So why would you not stay there? Because here's the thing is, don't see. If Enrique wins the Champions League this season, their favorite next season. So why would you leave? You're potentially on for a treble or a treble-double. You could go 3 in a row. Yeah, because you got other teams have to catch up. Let's say you have Bayern Munich or Arsenal who are behind them in second in regards to Bayern Munich. We're in the semi-final. You lot are obviously in the final. It's on those teams to catch you up, and you lot can still get better. So I'm like, people at daft. Like, if I am Luis Enrique, I am not leaving PSG for anywhere. I have a dynasty. I can go down. I'm already one of the best managers. Now I'm just adding to my legacy. I could have 3 Champions Leagues in a row. I could have 4 Champions Leagues in 6 years. Why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? Especially the age of his squad. It's not like you won't get back there. They're going to add to the team. PSG are going to add. It's on others to catch them up. So, yeah, with Enrique, as much as I'd love him to join Manchester United, I don't see it happening. I don't think it's plausible. And yes, you have to have standards, but also understand where you're at. My standards for Manchester United are not where he was at under Fergie, because 1, we don't have Sir Alex Ferguson, and 2, we don't have the squad, we don't have the team. If I believe Manchester United had a Premier League level winning team, I'd be expecting us to go and challenge for said Premier League. I'm expecting us to go challenge for said Champions League. We're not there yet. I've said I think we're 2 seasons minimum away from being Premier League, Champions League, genuine contenders. And that's 2 summers getting right. That's this summer. That's the summer of 2027, and then you kick on from there. But you have to get that right. And then you also what your rivals do, because you lot could continue to go from strength to strength. Maybe Liverpool get better. Maybe City get better. You know maybe Chelsea get better. Like, it seems highly unlikely. Like, look, if we were doing this last season, no one would have expected us to be where we was at. United were finished. We were 15th, done, not in Europe, worst season ever. Nobody wants to join us. All of this. 12 months later, we're third. And
that's mad. That's mad.
12 months later, we're third.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think we were 50 points behind Liverpool last season in the league, but now 9 points clear of them.
That's mad. That's mad.
So that's all that is. That's just literally one good window and one correct managerial appointment. Yeah. And we've completed. So someone would have said that, United would be 9 points clear with Liverpool, especially after the season they had winning the league and the players they brought in and the season we had in keeping Amorim. I would have said you crazy. Like, this is where it's at. So with football, you're never as far away as people want to make out. But of course, rival fans are going to over-exaggerate it. Because I had that United are finished. No one's going to want to join Manchester United. How are you going to sign players? And then we went and had one of the better windows we've had. We went and got Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko, and Lamens. This is scouting. And now look where we're at. We need to go and do that again to kick on to the next level. So, I think you have to remain with your standards, but you can't get too ahead of yourself. We're not a Premier League, Champions League winning team, even with a good window. This one, I don't think we are yet.
Yeah, it's realistic, isn't it? You got to be realistic to see where your club is at. That's why it wasn't so realistic for Liverpool to be saying they're going to win and everything. But it's not about Liverpool today. So I keep on shooting for no reason. This is what I'm saying. The reason why I shoot so much, is because I've heard so much bullshit about Arsenal before I came into this space, and not many people was representing Arsenal like that. That I would like them to. This is what I'm saying. They let things go. Yeah. I'm showing people I'm petulant when it comes to football. This is what I'm saying. It's like, give me a penny and I turn that into a pound. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing right here. You get me? Like fuck those teams.
Facts. Right. Spot on.
Yeah, people. Some people call me an arsehole. Yeah, they might have something. Yeah, I might be an arsehole sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I might be fraud at times, yeah. But ask me a question, I can only answer it in my honesty. My honesty. But it is what it is. But do you know, do you know United? Where do you? Okay, you see, this season's finished. We get it. Yeah, you got one game to go. Yeah, you got one game to go. You cemented that third spot. Yeah, you did say you couldn't actually see yourself being here.
No, I didn't expect us to be.
Now that you're here, because the reality is, it's like you. It's hard, and I keep on saying this about Liverpool. Go back to referring to Liverpool because Slot is the bar at what happened last season. Like, picture this: even though you're not going to finish with a trophy, you lot had a high flying season, and it's kind of like Liverpool in certain respects, just because so many people writ off Liverpool. Yeah, the season that Slot came, new manager after Klopp left and all of that. Yeah, you lot are kind of in the same boat-ish. This is what I'm saying. In the opposite way. It sounds weird. Just because you lot 15th and blah, 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 blah. Where do you see yourself next season? I don't want to go too far ahead because I think that's a bit silly.
No, I hear that. I hear that. Again, it's now Carrick's, well, it seems he's not been officially confirmed, but all the reports are saying he's going to get the job. The window. What is recruitment? How we back Michael Carrick now in this window? They're even backing Michael Carrick. How the board back the club with playing staff is where we'll be at. Once I know what we're at in regards to the squad, we'll then determine where I'm at. Let's say we have a good window, because that's one thing Ineos have done very, very well is recruitment. I think we had a good window the last window. I think we had a good window the window before. It's just that our managerial appointments have been so horrific. We haven't seen the payoff of it. But now with Carrick, we are seeing the payoff. So let's say we have a good window. I've said this. Obviously, improve overall in regards to the football results in the league, looking for better performances, more goals scored, less goals conceded, of course, more points closer to the top. Always target the domestic cups. FA Cup and League Cup should always be on Manchester. No matter what situation we're in, whether we're finishing first or whether we're finishing 10th or whether we're finishing 15th. We should always be targeting FA Cups and League Cups because we've won FA Cups and League Cups, not being at our best. Champions League, first time in the longer format, knockout stages. But again, I'm looking for better performances in there because people overlook what it's like being in the Champions League phase and also being in the knockout phase as well. Because knockout phase, and you know this, Dunsey, because we similar ages, Champions League knockout football is a whole different thing. So you have to approach it. Because one bad 20 minutes, you can be out of a tie. The competition you're facing is the best in Europe. One bad 20 minutes, you could be 3-0 down and ties over. Just ask Manchester City against Real Madrid. That's Spurs. Ask Chelsea with PSG. Chelsea was in that game away at PSG. It was 3-2. It was 3-2. It was 3-2 with I think 10-15 minutes to go. Even though they're away, that's not a bad result for them. Then boom, they concede 2 late goals, and that's that. Now it's 5-2. Now the show's over, the tie's over, type of thing. So Champions League, and I'm looking to see how the manager does in there, how the players do in there, because a lot of our players haven't played Champions League football. So I'm like, all right, let's see how they do there. So I'm looking for bare minimum knockout stages in the Champions League. And that's that, like I said. But Premier League, you're looking at third, closer to the top, minimum third. Champions League knockout stages. And then, like I said, target the domestic cups and just better overall, because we should have a better team. And then we go from there. Let's find out who's good enough and who's not. Let's find out about the manager. Let's find out about these players. And that's where I'm at with it, where there is now more pressure on them to go and perform and do well. So, I'm definitely looking at all those things.
Okay. That's fair enough, man. See, the thing is, it's hard for me because you're such a fucking intelligent person, I can't really say, I can't defraudalize you, as I like to say. I've got my own words, bro. Like, is what it is. Like, obviously,
your chat, though. You want me to be on here and say, we're going to go on and win the league. Like, I've seen people say that. And, like, people in my chat have popped up with that. And youngers, I let them. I'm like, if you're of a certain age, you get it, man. If you're,
it's exciting.
If you're 22, you're 21, 22 or younger, and you're in my chat and like you're wilding out about it, hey, we can do this, and that, and with a window, I let it go. It's when people are older, and I'm like that with the managers as well. If you're of a certain, you can't be a 90s baby like me and of a similar age or older or slightly younger, and it's seen Sir Alex and seen what we've had and be happy with Ten Hag and be okay with that and content and be happy and okay or with Ruben Amorim. Like, no, like that's not what we're on. Like, you've seen better, you know better because you're older, type of thing. Whereas the youngest is like, yeah, it could all go tits up for us next season. So yes, enjoy it. That's why I'm enjoying the season so much right now, in regards to the performances and the results and Carrick, because I know what can happen. And yeah, the turnaround is crazy, Eli. That's why I don't forget, even though, and shout out to the OG Nuruddin. But yeah, being on Carrick's case when you don't rate the team is crazy to me. Now, if you think our team is a Premier League level winning side, I'd understand people being critical of Carrick. You don't rate the team, and he's won 11 out of 16. That's walking on water. This is a team you don't rate. I've had people tell me, oh, I think we need 8 new players. So wait. So you're being critical of Carrick, or you think we need 8 starters? That's what I'm saying, Duncy. It's not like the person said, oh, we need 4 starters and 4 squad players. No, we need 8 starters, man told me. But you don't rate Carrick. But he's won 11 out of 16 with 8 players you're saying you don't rate like that. Come on, man.
Yeah, like, that's bad, because that's a consideration. Mate, that's like 80% of the outfield team. That's like a whole new.
It's just a whole new 11. He's like, we need 80%.
You're only going to keep Cunha and Bremo.
I think the person said they didn't even rate the wingers. Who did they keep? I think they said Bruno.
Huh?
Mano. I think it was Bruno or Mano. That was the only 2. They said
serious?
Bruno or Mano. Yeah, that person that said that. Yeah. And then maybe a centre back, it might have been 7. But my overall point still stands about it. I'm like, make it make sense. Like, be level-headed about this. It makes no sense.
You see, because we had this conversation yesterday, and I've had this conversation on this channel, and like I said, I hate talking positive about United, yeah. But what I realized, when you're in this space and it's your team, you kind of have to try and put your bullshit aside and realize that Man United, have done so well. Like I said yesterday, it's funny that kind of person will say the last manager done horribly wrong with these horrible players. Yeah. And it's like when someone says that, and then a new manager comes in and turns it around. Are the players that bad, or was the manager that bad? First and foremost, if you're going to play players in the right position, and I've heard you say this so many times. See, what people forget is that I do a lot of shows with you, or I'm always listening to your shows and so forth. And the people that actually talk sense, that's what I like listening to. You know, always stating, if you put players in the right position and they fail, that's on them. If you do not play players in their position and they fail, how can you have an opinion? This is what I'm saying. How can you have an opinion on that player when they're playing out of position? They're doing new things that they've supposed to be programmed to do. How can you have an opinion? But then when a new manager comes in, and then it takes you from, where were you? You lot were like 10th, I think it was. You lot were Chelsea are right now.
Yeah, we was like, people just forget how bad we was, and like we not only was we bad, like the performances was matching it, like in regards to it. So it was bad. It was bad in regards to where we was in the table, but we was also bad performance wise. Like, people, I just don't forget that. Like, improvement is something to be, it's certain to be commended, because if he came in and did the same job, or we was only slightly better, let's say we were 7th or 6th, people would complain and say this is why I shouldn't get the job. And I'd be saying he don't deserve the job, but on merit and on credit, he does. And again, it's now about him being backed with better to now then do better, because the expectation goes up. And if he does indeed do better next season, the summer and end of 2027, if you back him again, the expectation goes up. Maybe he falls short. Maybe he's not good enough this season. Maybe he's not good enough the summer of 2027. Guess what? Maybe he's much better than I expected, and he is good enough to go win a league. He is good enough to go win a Champions League. Do I personally see that as of right now? No. But I could be wrong. Same way I didn't expect him to be here. So I'm hoping that I'm wrong on it in regards to Carrick and the level he's at. But I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. And I'm hoping in regards to Manchester United, when people hear me critical of Manchester United, like, well, I just want to be right. No, I'm just giving my honest opinion on whatever we're talking about with Manchester United. Like, if it happens to be quote unquote negative, that's just because I don't think such and such manager's good enough or certain players good enough. I want to be wrong. I want all our players to be world class. I want the manager too. Because if they are, that means we're winning things. Everybody's of such a high level. That means we are winning trophies, which is what I want. And we need to get back to there. We ain't won a Premier League in however long. We ain't won a Champions League in however long. We ain't competed for a Premier League in since we won it. We haven't competed Champions League since. So last time we was in the semi-final, we made the final in 2009 after the year. And it's like, we haven't been there since. Then we made one quarterfinal. Since 2000. Shit. I think it might have been under Moyes. might have been under Moyes, I think. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because we won it in 08, and then obviously forget the Fergie year. So yeah, since Fergie, let's say since then, I think 2014 we made a quarterfinal, and that's that. Someone might correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. If it is, it's like 2. So he ain't sniffed the semi-final of the Champions League or quarterfinal. Yo, let's just get back to that. Let's get back to being in the Champions League knockout stages. On a regular basis. Let's get back the players accustomed to that as well. So then they're more comfortable being in that. Oh, we've been here before. Whereas it's not new going away in a quarterfinal to a tough European side. So that's where we got to bring in the players to do so. The board have got a big job on their hands, but they've done well in that aspect. So now kick on 2026, 27 and see where we're at.
No, man, I heard that, bro. I wish your team all the well. Not really, but for you, I wish them all the well. This is what I'm saying. No, it's great. You see, it's okay. You lot have because you lot played well, and you lot. I would say you lot are the most informed team. But what's more impressed me out of all of that is the goals you lot are scoring. Yeah. Because I swear when Amarin took over, you was in your low 30s. You lot couldn't even.
You were scoring. That's all.
You could have scored like 25, 30, and you just conceded left, right, and center. You lot scored, was it 62 goals? 62 goals. We've scored fucking 68. City scored 74. Yeah? You lot scored 62 goals. I remember there was a stage when what was it? You lot couldn't get 40 points, and you had and your goal difference was like -5.
Minus
you only scored like 38 goals.
-10.
-10. Oh yeah, I'm trying to people like that.
Man, you gotta let the people know. Let them people know who backed
was -10.
Terrorists -10. We had 42. We finished 15th and had 42 points.
Yeah,
we scored 44 league goals last season. Conceded 54. Let's not act like I'm not forgetting that. And this board went and backed that manager. And people back that manager said, "Oh, it's new players." No, there's no way in hell Manchester United should be for. There's a certain standard you don't fall below. You can have bad seasons happen, but there's a certain standard and a certain level you do not. That is just your floor that you don't fall below. We just fell into hell. That's where that is, and I never ever forget that. I don't forget them things at all. People forget and just move on. No, I still remember that shit. That's not what we doing. I ain't forgetting that shit.
Mate, you see when you break it down like that, you had -10 goals, and that wasn't even the first season that you had minus goals, right? Because
we had minus goal difference to what we've been in the negative for a minute. Now we're +16, and people are complaining. It's like, nah. I remember where we was at and what we're doing. So give plaudits to the people who have helped turn it around, and then we go on and kick on again. We could reach 70. I think it's 71 points. I think we could reach if we do indeed beat Brighton. It's like, all right. And then next season you look to kick on from there and score more goals and concede less and accumulate more points, etc. Because the team should be better. Now, if he's not back, then if the season's for a third season in a row, the season's a write-off. I've gone into the last 2 seasons like, oh, this season's a write-off. You're flawless. Why don't you rate it? Why don't you think we can do anything? Look at our manager. And the Ten Hag, I said he was dusted, he was done. He got sacked in October. I said Amarin was done. He got sacked in January. The fuck we doing? Ridiculous. But yeah, props to Carrick.
Do you know, manager respect to Carrick because boy, it seems like he put that smile back in their face, which I hate. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, he did. I'm trying to be like you. That's what it is.
What you mean, man?
Look at me, man.
I've been suffering, blood. Man United haven't been suffering like I've been suffering, blood. You know what I'm saying? I've been suffering since 2004, blood. Yeah.
No, I've been suffering under these all the worst records. The thing is, Ten Hag broke all them records, and then Amarin came in and broke all the records that Ten Hag broke.
Yeah, he's just trying to match the excellent. He's just trying to match that. You see, when you get to a new relationship, if you don't realize it, guys, when you get to a new relationship, do not tell your new girl about what the export you or whatever, because they always try to match, they always try to compete. Don't do that. That's what Erik ten Hag and Amarin did. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, you did this, we're gonna do this. You did this, so oh shit, there might be hope for Liverpool then. So the next manager is gonna do exactly what Slot did, perfect.
I would love. I would hope so. I would hope so. I love that the next manager will go in there and do that. Whoever they decide to get once they get him, but Slot's still going to be in charge. It seems anyway.
Yeah. So is there any news for transfer? Because you know that 1 game to go after the game. What is it? Come the end of the end of January after the World Cup. the transfer window opens the 1st of
Yeah,
July.
so it will
Sorry.
be open. Yeah, so it's open. Yeah, because you can talk to players from now anyway, but the transfer window I think officially opens is June the 1st or July the 1st, either or.
July 1st,
Either
yeah.
June the 1st or July the 1st. Yeah, either or. So I'm sure we're talking to players. We've been linked to absolutely everyone. Everyone knows we need midfielders, so we've been linked to a whole heap of midfielders. Also been linked to other players, but that's the main position on the pitch you've been linked to is midfield. Well, that's what I'm looking for United to do. Go in there and invest in the midfield. You did the attack last summer. You did the defense the summer before that. Now go and address the midfield and address other areas as well and go for it. That's it.
I hear that, man. You got to do that because, like you said, you're going to be firing on all cylinders in full cut competitions, and you don't want the kind of repeat of this season of a Grimsby this season. You know what I'm saying? Where you just didn't have the players in the right minds and so forth. And plus, rotation is always good because it gets competition and it keeps the players that you have on their toes, right? And you know that Bruno's going, and in my opinion, he is one of the best midfielders. He's like a dying breed. They don't make midfielders like him anymore. The stuff that he does, and forget what he's won. What he's won is an accomplishment, but what he does, the way he reads the game, and knowing the fact that he's not pacey, like he's hard to beat. He knows when to foul a player, when to bring a player down. He doesn't like I can't actually remember him getting sent off at all.
Who you talking about, Cass?
Yeah.
Nah, he's been sent off a couple times.
What this season?
No, not this season. No.
No, I'm talking about this season. This season, just because this season, like you can see that age has caught up to him dramatically. But yeah, he's doing the simple things well. I think he's the reason why Bruno has kind of.
He's helped. Like they've all helped each other in that midfield unit. Like with him next to Maino, it's a great platform for Bruno to go do what he needs to do. Because Casemiro and Maino are great. Not only are they good at getting the ball into him as well, they also are great structure for him there as well. It's defensive solidarity. So yeah, man, like Casemiro's just quality, man. That's why when people writing him off, like he's a quality player, as he's showing. And it's a shame he's going. But he's done well. It helped us win 2 trophies. Helped us this season. Left us in a good place. Well, now it's all about Manchester United to become a great place. That's where we're at.
Oh man, I hear that, man. I can see you're in a great position to do that because you're no longer in and around Tottenham's area. This is what I'm saying. Only one of those clubs can be like that. And like people even thinking I'm shooting shots at them. It's not my fault that they're there. So if you give me an opportunity to shoot at you, come on, mate. I'm gonna shoot you all. They are
gonna survive. So big up Spurs, man, because they are gonna survive, man. As much as it pays, and they gonna survive at Chelsea. That's the craziest part. Go to Chelsea tomorrow. Go to the bridge. Get that dub. Conor Gallagher winner, and we move.
Mate, you know me. I like doing my my goodbye streams. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. And I wanted to do that goodbye to Spurs. And I was going to relive their most horrible moments.
I know you did,
they
man.
took that away from me, blood.
You did. I told you, man, I said Spurs weren't getting relegated, man. I told you, look.
I know. I had hope. Hope lived here. This is what I'm saying. Can you see Hope the dog right there? Right there.
Hope the dog, man.
Yeah. What's it, people?
I said it.
This is Hope the dog, yeah? My dog tried to get onto it, yeah? This is Hope the dog, yeah? He lives here.
Hope the dog.
That's all we have, yeah? Because I'm trying to get my best Arteta impressions. Arteta's got win the dog, so I might as well have hope in it. Yeah, so come on, man.
And yeah, Eli, you're right. West Ham did drop the ball. Big up West Ham for that because I didn't see, obviously, with them losing yesterday, someone put out the post because after we drew, because we had won 4 games in a row up until we played them and then we ended up drawing at their place. Remember that you got the United strand, the haircut guy, and then all the West Ham players went for haircuts. Yeah, now you lot are going to be in the championship. Huh? Now you lot are going to be in the championship. Go get your haircut in the championship, mate. Relegation. Love it.
Yeah, that's mad. Because like I said before, man, how are they going to support their ground? Because you know financially they're not blessed. Financially they're not blessed like that.
It's not good with that big stadium to be in the championship. Yeah, but they're well enough supported to the point they'll be all right. Of course, they'll take a hit in regards to revenue and TV, etc., etc. But they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, but ticket prices are gonna go down dramatically because they can't have, let's say, for a season ticket like £600 for certain members, 8, 9, and so forth, being in the championship. They have to put that They have to take a third off it right now. So that's what I said. It's rented. And I think one of the stipulations for them to actually keep that was to be in the Premier League. Obviously to show the stadium in its full light because it's an Olympic stadium. So that's going to be crazy to see what's going to happen. Will they be evicted? Will they still keep it? Will they get a haircut?
No, they'll keep the stadium, but like they'll have to. It'd be interesting to see what players they do keep. If they keep their better players, they should be all right. If they don't, they might struggle. But then again, I think Nuno's been promoted before, right? Yeah, because he was at Wolves, so he knows the league. So if they have enough talent, they'll probably they'll have a great chance of getting straight back into the Premier League. That's what.
Man, fuck that, bro. Like we need to raid them. Like, see man, like Douay and Somerville. Nah, blood. I want Douay, blood.
Are you saying go get a Somerville or something like that? Of course, there's Bowen, so there's Juve people have been like United have been linked to as well. So it will be interesting to see who they decide to keep or who they can keep, should I say?
Who they can keep, they can keep because there's going to be a mass exodus because unfortunately players like Bowen may stay because he's a hammer through and through. Yeah, I can see him staying, but the rest of them, nah, mate, especially the ones that like Douay, they're going to leave. They're going to jump ship. And this is the opportunity to buy them because we're going to get them for like 25, 30 mil instead of, let's say, 50, 60.
Yeah, them out good price.
So I'm backing them. So any team that goes down, let's raid that blood clot. You get me? Like, it is what it is. It's your fault for going down here. We're just trying to help you out by taking the more expensive players off the books. Just see it like that. You know what I'm saying? A friend in need is a friend indeed. This is why I put this special show, and it's called Mortal Frenemies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he is. Yeah, he's my friend. Yeah, but he's a fucking pussy, because he supports Tottenham and mate.
It's crazy, man.
It doesn't get any worse.
Spurs thing, you gotta blame troops, man. That wasn't me. That's the people. That's troops and the people. You were like, you like Spurs, so I just ran with it.
Flawless. Do you know what it is? I couldn't let it go, but you got a Spurs teddy bear.
Again, you know who that was from? So when we went to the Ballers thing, that troop set up the Ballers League thing, and Rebel Carlos was there. There was this shop that was there, and they sell like sporting memorabilia, like not memorabilia, sporting items for like all different clubs. And then for some reason they had the Spurs. I've got it there, the Spurs toy, and troops went, I want that. Give it to Flawless, and I took it with me. You know what I'm saying? Took it with me. Like this. You know what I'm saying? Took it with me. This is why he's not. Took it with me. That's what he was. Just happened to have it. What's the place called? I even got the name on it. But yeah, the shop. So that's why.
Mate, that's despicable. That's fucking despicable, bro.
Blame troops again. I don't even go take it. So he was like, give it to Flawless. All right,
cool. But you could have just said, fuck that shit. I'm not taking that, man. You could have just thrown it in. We ain't going okay. When you come to my house as a barbecue, just bring that. This is what I'm saying. It'll add to the flavor.
I'm not bringing it. This guy's crazy, yo. I ain't bringing that shit. No, you know what I'm saying? You better leave it, no. Absolutely not. I respect, you know what I'm saying? One of the most, I think they're 6th or 7th most successful team in Europe in the country. I respect that. How many league titles they got? Even though I think they got like 4 or 5 league titles.
We got more FA Cups than
3 Europa Leagues. They got a Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah, you do. But I'm saying like they are. I think they're the second most. Yeah, they're the second most successful team in London in Europe. They're only behind Chelsea. Yeah. Because I think they got 4 European trophies. They got 4 European trophies. I'm looking at it. They got 3 European Cups, 3 Europa Leagues, 1 Cup Winners' Cup. They've got 8 SC. They got 8 FA Cups, and they got 2 league titles. So you got 8 FA Cups. 8 FA Cups, 4 European trophies. That's success.
That's 12, 13. They got 13 trophies all in all in their fucking measly career in their 150 years of being around.
Yeah, they got 14 and then the 2 league titles. Yeah, man. Like, that's still good. And they got a League Cup. And they got 4 League Cups.
Yeah, they got a League Cup. I think their last one was it 2008 or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. They got 4 League Cups.
I hate Spurs. You see, Arsenal, just do this for me this year. If you could give me the cup double, do you know what? Yeah, I promise you. I will not say nothing until
PSG. You got one job, man. That's the same. PSG got one job, man. PSG.
No, I heard that what's his face might be out.
Dembele.
Dembele.
I did hear that. I'm not sure how true it is, but I did hear that. Let me Google that and check.
Yeah. What was it? I forgot what I was even listening to. And they said that he might be out. He picked up a knock. But the thing is, he's been carrying an injury all season. That's why he's been in and out of the PSG team. So like him and Kvaratskhelia.
Just having a look here. What's it saying? Dembele, Dembele, yeah. This is in the Metro. If it's...
people, make sure you.
So he said suggesting the forward was simply suffering with fatigue. That's what he said. Luis Enrique allayed fears that Dembele may have picked up a serious injury after PSG's defeat to Paris FC, suggesting the forward was simply suffering with fatigue. That was it. Forced off just 27 minutes into the cunt. Yeah. Dembele appeared to be struggling with a suspected thigh problem and proceeded to walk down the tunnel towards the away dressing room in the French capital. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be all right. He said it's just fatigue.
Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Gabriel, you know what to do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right now.
And plus, he got 2 weeks anyway, man. You got just to the 30th.
I know. Yeah. Do you know? Yeah. Seeing as the league is near enough almost done, and I'm not gonna be like TJ. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I believed all season. No, fuck that. I said after Easter, which I did. Yes, I'm gonna win it, and I stuck by this. Is what I'm saying. And just remember, people, I said that the day after we lost the final in the Carabao Cup, when all of these believers said, "No, we're not winning anything because it's about momentum." I said it ain't about momentum. I'm like, Man City have been horrible all season. We've just been a bit better. That's it, a bit more consistent. That's all it is, and that's why we're gonna win it. But I'll take that regardless. You know what I'm saying, man? So, so you think that Arsenal have no chance when it comes to the Champions League?
I think not no chance, but I think it's slim to none. I think your chances. I think it's slim to none. So, do you have a shot? Yes, but they have to have an off day for you lot to win.
Okay. I heard
so
that,
yes,
man.
You have a chance. But I just think it's slim to none. I think they're the best team. I think they're the best team in Europe.
Did you know the funny thing is? I actually think we're going to beat them. It sounds mad crazy.
Yeah, you've been saying this, which I get.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not even saying this as
you're an Arsenal fan. I would expect you to say so.
You know the funny thing is, yeah, like as an Arsenal fan, I more go to the. I don't know. Maybe it could be like this. Maybe it could be like that. But when I watch PSG play. It's like right now, it's like playing Man City on steroids. Yeah, where the attackers are ferocious. They literally torment you. Yeah, but if the whole hype of Arsenal's defense is what it's supposed to be, we're supposed to be able to deal with that, and that's the difference. Can we deal with them? Can we deal with their paciness? Can they deal with our physicality? Because for me personally, you see how Arsenal used to get treated back in the day under Wenger. Do you remember the Stoke Cities? No, you man actually was the ones who first started it off with the 49. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with that, yeah, just like being physical with Arsenal and
physical kicking, all of this. Okay, back in the days it was a lot different, but you lot were still doing borderline fouls to like yellows and reds and all of that. Yeah, that's how we must treat them. There is no letting man run. Like if they're gonna run, they have to run into your elbow. And unfortunately, and it sounds really bad me saying this, but that's the reality. That's how you beat teams like that. That's how you slow them down. That's how you make them think again against running against you, because they are tricky players and they're going to play the ball around you. But what they're not going to expect is when you take the ball from them and go right through them to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's illegal. And that's what I'm expecting. When it comes to the set pieces, we haven't scored in a minute. Yeah, set pieces. Like we scored quite a few open goals, especially in the last 5 games. Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting us in their box, to create havoc. The difference between this season and last season, in my opinion, is their goalkeeper. Yeah, last season their goalkeeper
with Donnarumma and we got now. Yeah.
Like Donnarumma is levels. You can see what he's doing at Man City, and you can see that he's one of the players that actually changed them around, because there was leaking goals left, right, and center. They was having so many mistakes. But then when PSG had Donnarumma last season, if people don't remember that semi-final, especially their second leg, we were terrorizing them. But Donnarumma saved everything. He got the man of the match. That's how good he was, right? They haven't got that this time. When the ball's coming in the air, they couldn't take our physicality. It was only because of Donnarumma's brilliance. This season is different. Yeah, and now that we're here, I'm not even gonna go against these boys to win it, right? Because
Yeah, of course.
I can't actually pull it to a thing of are we playing the occasion? No, these boys have played enough football. There is no occasion no more. Yeah, there is no second chances or third chances. For us, this is it. For us, we have to win the final. We have to win, just like we have to win the Premier League. We have to win this final simply because we know that the teams that's around us, we can see what Man United are doing. Pep, I call this Pep leaving, right? And before I even mention the rest of it, Arteta, could it be so funny that Arteta ran out Klopp and I ran out Pep? Two of the best managers to ever. Probably been saying this from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I don't think he leaves. You reckon he leaves the season?
Yeah. I think he leaves. I think this is his last season. I think he because I believe that he's never gone. He's never had this kind of. He's never had the kind of pressure to go into a season. He's never had that.
I just don't see him leaving, not winning the Premier League or Champions League. I don't see him losing. I don't see him leaving like that. Even though he's done a cup double, I don't think he does it.
I don't think he could do that no more. You know, where it's the Premier League and stuff,
man. Yeah, I just can't see it. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, no, he's a great manager, and I hope that he stays in this league just because, like, if he's here, we can attract a lot more players to this league.
I'm tired of Pep. I want him to leave. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this guy.
Mate, you're just a hater, mate.
Yeah, facts. Big hater, but I'm tired of him. I don't think he leaves, unfortunately.
You don't think he leaves? Oh wow. Yeah,
no, it's not on the L. He's leaving with the Premier League or Champions League. That's his aim. I don't see him leaving with just a FA Cup or League Cup. I think he's too much of a winner.
Yeah,
I think his pride and his ego is too big in a good way, like to him to go out and he ain't going out like that. Nah, he's going out.
Okay. Do you think that if Arsenal win this league, Arsenal's on the way to winning this league? Yeah. Forget the Champions League we were talking about. If Arsenal win this league, where do you think it spurs Arsenal towards next season and so forth?
Depends on your window. That's what I would say. What do you lot do? Do you lot you've got to the mountaintop, we're going to stand still, not invest, or do you go and invest heavily again? But I think it helps you lot massively because you've now got over the hump. I think it gives Arteta, the current crop of players and any new players coming in, belief. Because it's like, all right, let's say whether you win the Champions League or not, like reaching the Champions League final, there's going to be belief. And it's like I said, winning the Premier League. So I think it could kick you lot on, not necessarily to build a dynasty, but you're going to be there next season. You're going to be competing for the league. No matter what anyone else does, you're going to be competing for the league title. So therefore, but there's now just belief that you can go on, all right, let's go win it back to back. So that's what I would say. But recruitment is key for you lot. You lot got to go again in the window. And that's for all the top teams. Recruitment, if you lot have a stellar window, it can help so much. If you lot have an average window, then you're going to stand still and maybe get overtaken. Maybe City take the title back. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I hope not. Well, how can they take it back? Because Liverpool's title that they lost.
No, but take it back from you because you're going to win the joke, man. No, idiot, yo. It's from you lot. Because you lot are going to win the league, unfortunately. As much as it pisses me off, you lot are going to win the league.
No, man, but it shouldn't piss you off, man. You should see brothers like me smile more because
I'm happy for you, but I ain't happy for your team. I wish you nothing but the best outside of football. See, everything like in your life, I hope you reach all your goals, all your aspirations, everything. But football, I want nothing but misery for you lot, man. I want to ask thing.
Bro, from the first day you met me that I called in your show, I've been miserable, blood.
Yeah, facts. And long may that continue in regards to football. So I'm hoping the PSG do the business, like, whether you win the league or not, like, because I don't want City to win it either, so I kind of lose either way. But I just want you lot's misery or City's misery. Either way, I'm going to bask in the glory of someone's misery.
Yeah, but if you had one to choose, who'd you rather win it?
Neither. It's like saying, like, word to Gary Neville, it's like picking someone to take your wife. That's what it is. I say, which one of these people, which one of these guys that you dislike, do you want them to take your wife off you? So either way, I lose. He ain't
going to choose Ryan Giggs, but that's for another day. This is what I'm saying.
That's crazy, yeah.
Bro, it's out there. This is what I'm saying. If it wasn't out there, I can't mention it.
It's out there, but it's still a crazy statement, yo. Still a fucking crazy statement. This guy, yo. Just fucking, yeah.
Oh, shit. Because I know you got to go back again shortly, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I'm going to say your piece. But yeah, we're not on for a minute anyway. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no.
What else you want to talk about? Yeah, feel free. Man's here.
Yeah, no, because it's okay. Where do you think Liverpool's gonna end up, and how? Okay, talk to me as a fan and talk to me as a neutral. when it comes to the Liverpool thing, was you expecting them to be in this position, or would you expecting them to at least challenge on all fronts?
I thought he'd win the league. They were my predict. They were my number. They were my pick. I thought, yeah, they're gonna go on. They've invested. They're gonna go on and win the league. Like that's what it was. A general consensus. Most people had them winning the league. I did predictions at the start of the season. Most people had them winning the league, including myself, because of what they did last season and then what they added, Verts and Isak and Kirkez and Frimpong. It's like, yeah, they're gonna go on and build a dynasty, and that was the general thoughts by most people. But yeah, didn't expect them to fall off like this. Expected them worst case scenario to be in the race, but Slot just started managing just foolish. Started doing just pure stupidness, which I love as a Manchester United fan, but from a non-biased perspective, it's crazy what he's done. Because he has hampered them so much. So in regards to next season, even though they need to go spend more money, if he's still in charge, they ain't doing enough. It's a salvage job, similar to us. They're going into a season with a manager that should not be in charge, and he's going to get sacked. Whether that's October, November, December, January, he's going to get sacked at some point during the season because he's not good enough. When you start breaking all types of records and losing 9 games in 12 and failing to beat all the newly promoted sides for the first time at home, he went on their worst run in over 100 years. Once you start hearing things like that, it's a wrap. Conceding the most goals they've conceded since however long, conceded 50-odd goals. Him and Salah going back and forth. And Salah's pulsing. Yeah, it's a mess for them. It's a total mess, but couldn't happen to a nicer club. Love it. I can't stand Liverpool. Number 1 ups. Can't stand Liverpool.
Where do you think it all went wrong?
Slot started managing like an idiot. People can talk about the recruitment, but Slot just started doing dumb stuff.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Started doing dumb stuff and changed up the tactics. Like he went from how they was playing last season and being successful to wanting to play his way, and it's just not worked. Slow and methodical, and he's got the handbrake on and not moving the ball quick. And you've got Gravenberch, who's a DM. You want him to get forward and score more goals. You're asking McAllister to sit in. You're playing Gakpo week in, week out, even though he's being terrible. You've got the defense in a high line. Like why, when they perform better, just drop off the line? Ollie Watkins said it after the Villa game. Oh yeah, they don't really press the ball. What did he say? I'm paraphrasing. They have a high line and they don't really press the ball, so there's a lot of space to run into.
Oh shit! Did he say that?
Watkins said that? Yeah. Watkins said that after. Someone will find the quotes in the chat. But yeah. Watkins said that. Or that even the opposition's telling you that after the game. Yeah, if you Google it, it'll pop up like Ollie Watkins' comment after beating Liverpool. He said that. So you got rivals telling you what it is. That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And there isn't really a press, but then you're playing a high line. That's where it went wrong.
Yeah, he said to the Evening Standard, give me 1 second. Liverpool's love scoring against Liverpool. Bloody hell. Liverpool's love scoring against Liverpool with 8 goals against them in 12 career matches. Explain. Liverpool play for high line and don't play offside, so they're disjointed at the back. And I feel like there's a lot of space for me to run into. Wow. Yeah, no disrespect to them. He says, no disrespect to them. The centre backs are world-class, but I spot space and opportunities. I like to run it behind. Just before the goal, I was disappointed because I went offside. They play such a high line. I shouldn't be offside in that position, but to grab that goal a minute later, me and Morgan Rogers have a great connection. Damn. How can you say no disrespect, but still kind of disrespect them, man? There,
it sounds like you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what you. That's the non-C comment. No disrespect, and then just handle disrespect after it. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but then, like, is it disrespect or is it honesty? Because they play a highlight that don't have to press. You know what I'm saying?
So 2 things can be true. It can be disrespect. Honesty can be disrespectful. No one said he was lying. No one said he was lying.
Mate, but that's crazy.
Yeah, see, when rivals start talking like that, when opposition starts talking like that, you know what it is.
Yeah, the fun thing is he actually spoke like an Arsenal fan. I'm sure he's an Arsenal fan. He actually spoke like. Okay, I hear
tells you all you need to know, man. Tells you all you need to know. Yeah. When fans start talking like that, Watkins, what sees? Bram's put it in the chat. You already know.
Yeah. Facts have a Donism. Yeah. You see. Like these days can come in. Like I keep saying, people, man, like this is Flawless's fault. Like this is what I'm saying.
Blame me, because this is you. This ain't me. This is you, family. That's what it is. The Donisms. That's you. You coming out with all these things. That's where it comes from.
I'm not coming out with these things. Like it's these people, that's just creating name with my abbreviated name.
Yeah, because you got creative. You got a creative community. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then
your community more creative than Liverpool. That's what it is.
Shit. Damn. It works. You're gonna have that.
Yeah, let's get some assists, mate. You know what I'm saying? Create something.
Okay. Last thing, Chelsea. Chelsea. What do you think about Chelsea and their ups and downs, or their downs and downs?
Yeah, their downs. Just a mess. Again, ties back into the key thing I keep talking about: recruitment. Because their ownership's just a mess. Like their whole model of, all right, we're gonna go and try out there and get youngsters and tie them down to long-term deals. All right, if you're gonna go and say, let's say you're trying to sign all the best players 24 and under or 23 and under, go and get the best players 23 and 24 and under. They're even doing that, which I think is a strange model anyway, to go, all right, we're just gonna sign young players, because we've never seen it work at the highest level. It's always a mix and blend. Of course, you need quality, but you need experience quality in there as well. That's what you have to do. And when, like, just look at their team. Just look at their team. Like when Maresca asked for a centre back and they said find internal solutions, you know what it is? He resigned. When the managers walk away from that, like Maresca wasn't sacked, he resigned. He had enough. He was like, all right, I'm out of here. Then you see them go to Rafinha. That was a terrible appointment. And Rafinha just showcased all the weaknesses in their side as well. So they need to go and recruit correctly, like signing Garnacho. Recipe for disaster.
Damn.
Look at that team, man. You got Garnacho and Gittins and Dalap and Palmer's falling off a cliff. Their centre backs are nowhere near good enough for like where Chelsea are trying to go, and he was their goalkeeper, so they got to go recruit correctly. I think Xavi Alonso's a good appointment, but now you have to back him. You are backing, and that's it. And now if they back him, I think Xavi Alonso could do very, very well in this league. Hence why I didn't want him to go Chelsea, because I think they've got a good manager, but will they recruit correctly? Reports came out saying, oh, they're going to sign some more experienced players, but are you going to sign quality experienced players?
Yeah, that's
what you have to go get quality experienced players. Now, who they go and get, I don't know. But they have some very good players. But I say this, the gap between Chelsea's top players and the rest is so big. So when you have the likes of Caicedo and Lavia and Cucurella and João Pedro, they're there, like they're very Reece James, very, very good players. But the drop-off to the rest of their players is massive. Like, yeah, that's what it is. But we'll see what's what. They got to back the manager, man. Recruitment. It's key for everyone.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. Like, recruitment is more important. But if they want an experienced player, because like you said, experience and quality is two different things. Yeah. If they're just looking for experienced players, we're getting rid of Garnacho in the summer. Is what I'm saying.
Garnacho there, and he's experienced.
I mean, Zinchenko.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't go get Zinchenko and Jesus, for example.
Yeah, like Zinchenko's free, Jesus is 30 mil. This is what I'm saying. Like, you get 3 and a 30 mil player. Like, you're winning right here. This is what I'm saying. So, no, I hear that. And to be perfectly honest, Chelsea in this run, I think that I don't think it's going to go well for
Xavi Alonso. You don't think they back him?
No, I don't think it's going to go very well for Xavi Alonso, just because, like you said, the infrastructure stinks. It stinks. The Todd Bowley and the Blue Coal and whatever, I believe that they get involved in too much things that don't actually concern them. They should be doing their day-to-day, running the club, money-wise. Okay, if you want a player, go into the boardroom, make a pitch on the whiteboard, that's what it's to do. You know what I'm saying? Make your pitch, say what the positive and negatives, the style that you're going to play, this, how much money is going to intake, this is the budget, blah, 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 blah. I think they have too much input on the player, because I think that they shouldn't have to say yes or no. They should just give a budget, and then you have to work within that budget. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, that because you got to take in consideration of the shirt sales, right? This is why Tottenham always go to Asia, because they know that Asian players come with shirt sales. This is what I'm saying. That we get that. They need to just give a budget, sporting director, and let the manager do his job. I don't think Todd Bowley is capable of doing that. And that's why I think he will fail. Not because of his merit, because you see Maresca showed me a lot of who Todd Bowley is. Yeah, and where he's going forward. He's a very selfish, egotistical man. It's all about what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. First and foremost, like, you want your team to make money, to do well, blah, 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 blah. But then you have to allow the manager to manage, because that's his job. You can't micromanage a manager that's done his profession for so many years, that's been in football for all of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Let the manager, I hear it.
And he didn't allow him to do it. Obviously, So that thing that Prime said in the chat, he's a fucking prick. Fuck you, Prime.
Yeah, you know how Prime is, man.
Yeah. He's a prick. Yeah, he's a prick.
Proper prick.
I understand that with Maresca, he was young and stuff like that, but you could see that there was something about him. And it says a lot when a manager leaves the money on the table and walk away. It's just like people, if you're ever in a relationship and you got a yard of your missus, this and that, blah, 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 and you walk away, you don't even want a penny, you don't even want half of it, it's because it was that bad. Yeah? Okay. People don't actually understand how bad this person was to, not even English football, just to Maresca and his soul and whatever. He left the money behind. I swear his payout was like 20 mil.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, yeah, enough's enough. I hear it. He was like,
he left that behind. Yeah, and the thing is, he left that behind. He hasn't said a bad word about anyone. He hasn't said anything. He said goodbye to the fans, I think it was. Yeah, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know that there's a problem there. This is why I said, no matter how good Alonso is, if Todd Bowley is gonna have that kind of same mindset, just because you know when they say old dogs never really learn new tricks, I don't think he could actually leave it in someone else's hand because he's that. He's got that itch. He's always got that itch to do something. So I'm hoping he succeeds because Alonso was a great player, which I wanted at my club. Yeah, as a manager and a manager and a player. But I don't think that Todd Bowley's gonna. I think everything about Todd Bowley stinks. Everything about Todd Bowley stinks. From the fact that he brought Garnacho in, yeah, it stinks. The fact that Garnacho is crazy. Like it's like this year. You loan Sterling, which I understand. You sold Madueke, cool. I get that, yeah. Even into my club, I get that. You put Jackson on loan, you put and then you bring in Gittins, Garnacho, and Delap. None of them three are better than
well there as well. Yeah, I thought Delap would have done well there.
Yeah, bro.
He do all right, but he looks awful.
Mate, none of those players are better than what they gave away on loan or sold.
You are.
And I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I've got the mind frame of like Alonso ain't gonna have what he needs to succeed just because Todd Bowley is a bozo, mate. Like I'm happy to see Chelsea like this each and every day. This is what I'm saying. I'm happy to see people like Lewis, like Prime, you know what I'm saying, like angry. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's nice that other people can suffer like how I've been suffering for so many years while I'm smiling away, you know, wearing my shades and all of that. You get me? Like it's just good, but to be perfectly honest, it doesn't look good for Chelsea.
Oh yeah, Chelsea, yeah, it's looking dark for them. Looking dark, very, very dark. Again, recruitment's key for them as well. But their squad ain't there, and the holes in their squad are obvious. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I hear you on that.
Oh man, I hear that, man. But close out now, unfortunately. It's been a nice fucking discussion with my brother Flawless each and every time, man.
For having me, man. Appreciate it, man. We wanted to be over here, so it's good to make my debut on Donversation TV. You lot, make sure you run up the likes and subscribe as well.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I wanted to invite you one evening where it's one of our late ones, but because you do the late ones as well, so it was like it was kind of like the perfect time. You know what I'm saying?
I got you anytime. Give me a shout.
Like man can get up now, like go outside in the daylight, see the milk. You know what I'm saying? Get the Cravendale in.
I'm working, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go outside and see what I'm saying and that, and you know, go hunt for some white women. But yeah, I can't.
Bro. Okay, today the weather's a bit bad, yeah, but come weekend, it's going to be about 26 degrees and all football matches are on a Sunday, yeah. So Saturday, you might have a bit of time just to go, go into the town centre. Bro. That's bro. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen snow? Yeah, a snow wearing a pencil. You know what I'm saying? If you know what that means, it's a pencil skirt, people. Yeah. Snow wearing pencil.
Yeah, man. You ain't gonna tell me, man. I'm head of the calcium cartel. You already know the vibes of it is, man. The lactose leader. You already know what it is. Winter Walker, ski slope, soldier, Mercurial milk, man. We out here, man. You know what's happening.
Well, Flawless, we're gonna be on later, man.
So yeah, people, stack day of content, stack day. So I'm back again shortly, probably in about 20 minutes or so. I'll Troops months and Lewis every single time as well. Then I've got 4:30 p.m. Sarcasm City TV, Mandem United podcast. Then as you can see, Prime's on the extra account, Sarcasm City TV Extra. We'll be live for the Arsenal Burnley game. Watch along. And following that, solo Q&A. So that'll be at like 11:50 p.m. UK time. And then it's game 1 of the Western Conference Finals as well. San Antonio Spurs versus Oklahoma City Thunder. That's game 1 to any NBA fans. That will also be on the main channel as well to watch along for that. So Sarcasm City TV, Sarcasm City TV Extra. Subscribe to both.
Yeah, bro, peoples, you heard it. You know what I'm saying? Sarcasm City TV and Sarcasm City TV Extra. It's in my title and it's also in the description. Don't be lazy. Just click on it, like and subscribe. This is what I'm saying. He's on the road to 17,000. You know what I'm saying? Help him get there real quick. You get what I'm saying? Like, because you know what? Yeah, we've got to show each and every single blood clot love, even though they're a pussy. We still got to show them love. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And still, people, yeah, make sure that you keep yourself warm because it's fucking cold outside, is what I'm saying. Manage your respect and thank you each and every time for coming flawless. And you know, you're always welcome at the Mad Show. This is what I'm saying. And you know what it is, yeah? I've actually been politically correct today. I haven't actually said nothing bad.
Yeah, you've been actually decent because you're in host mode. That's why, because it's your channel and you're in host mode. You're just better behaved. That's what it is.
Yeah. Don't worry, people, man. Like, but I hope to see you later because I'm doing the Arsenal stream. And I should go live about 7. When I say 7, it'll probably be about 7:15, people. Yeah, but I got to eat dinner first, and dinner always comes first. You know what I'm saying? The family time.
You got to do family time, man. You're a family man. I hear it. Trust me.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. But people, thank you for coming, Eli. Clips, thank you for being Mr. CCTV, Masood, everyone else that's in the chat, Daniel, and everyone else. Yeah, I hope you have a great day.